Hello, hello, loves. My name is Josie, and I want to ask you a question today. Is your life a train wreck? What I'm going to be doing in this video today is sharing a lot of my personal life with you, okay? This video is about a 7-year period called a Ketu Mahadasha. As you know, I use Vedic astrology. So, you know that old saying that a lot of people still believe in right now. It's a superstition, but I mean, honestly, it could be true for real though, like, because I'm in it, where they say if you break a mirror, you get 7 years bad luck. Remember, the Ketu Mahadasha is 7 years. Believe me, if you go through this period of time when you're an adult, like in the middle of your adulthood, you will never forget it. Some kids go through it, and some people don't go through it until they're like seniors. But when you go through it in the middle of your life, oh, you gotta be destined for some kind of greatness to survive this, right? Okay, I'm gonna be pausing this video because it's real early in the morning, and I'm still trying to wake up, but I couldn't sleep because I had to do this video. Like, spirit be doing the most. I'm used to it though. I'm gonna give you guys a precursor to my whole Ketu Mahadasha period, okay? I went through my Saturn return right before this, okay? So your Saturn return is basically what people call your midlife crisis. It happens between 28 and 30 years of age. I did a lot of crazy stuff during my Saturn return. And I also woke up on an awareness level spiritually. Okay, this is the period of time where I started seeing 1111 and actually looking into astrology and things. Did a lot of stuff. I was married. I was in that relationship for 10 years and decided to open my marriage. Yes, because at that point I just didn't know what to do. I was trying any and everything, so I decided to open my marriage. My ex-husband had a partner, and I had a partner, so it was 4 of us. This was the beginning of the end. You do not have an open relationship with an unhealthy relationship as the cornerstone. You live and you learn, right? This is how I learned, through experience. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened during my Saturn return to get me out of the situation I was in, to put me on my path to ascension, my path for my life purpose, okay? Yeah, so that happened before this Ketu Mahadasha, okay? I was already going through a midlife crisis and waking up spiritually. Now, before I get started, I want you to understand that this is why a lot of astrologers and a lot of spiritualists out there are trying to get you to understand why astrology is so important and why it's not just some pseudoscience. It is a good tool to help you understand what's going on in your life so that you can react to it differently, or you can handle it better. When you have awareness, you don't act a fool. But when you don't have awareness, you act a fool and you make stuff even worse than it needs to be. Okay? That's the whole point of this. I'm trying to help you help yourself. Okay? Because, man, I've been through a lot in this 7-year period, and I'm only halfway through this Ketu Mahadasha. I'm at the halfway point. So I want to give you a picture of what it looks like, especially if you might be going through this and you're not even aware of it. By the way, I can help you figure out whether you are going through a Ketu Mahadasha. But you got to know what time you were born. That's like the biggest deal here. Y'all better go look at y'all birth certificates. Because, you know, moms, I got 4 kids. And I'm glad their time was on their birth certificates. We just, seriously, we don't, unless we were already into spirituality and it was important and stuff, or for some other religious reason, a lot of moms don't remember the exact time you were born just off of memory, okay? Alrighty, so grab some snacks, some drinks, get comfortable, because I'm about to take you on an adventure of my Ketu Mahadasha. I want to explain to you, I already told you, a Mahadasha is a period of time that a planetary ruler rules over your life. Like, there are different periods of time, and the Ketu Mahadasha lasts for 7 years, right? Within the Ketu Mahadasha, all 9 of the planets have their sub periods. Okay, so that I'm going to break it down to the point where I'm at now from when my Ketu Mahadasha started. Okay, so yeah, if you need to pause for a potty break, do so, because this is a long video. But I have my notes to where I don't just ramble on and get off track. Okay, so you already know what happened before my Ketu Mahadasha hit. I started getting into astrology in 2014. I learned Reiki in 2014, okay? Shout out to Akdayud on Facebook. Ascendant Astrology is the name of his group. He is the one in the very beginning, the first astrologer I ever went to, that told me that nothing was going to change in my marriage, okay? That I should not expect for that to change. But I did not realize that it wasn't just about, oh well, he's not going to change, right? No, that's not what it was about. It was about the fact that I was changing, and I was changing at a very accelerated rate where none of my family was going to be able to keep up. It was mostly about me. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now, okay? So, yeah, hit him up too in his group, Ascended Astrology, Vedic Astrology, of course. So, we're going to start with May of 2015. That is when my Ketu Mahadasha started. At that time, I was temporarily living in my house, preparing to move to Florida. We had already decided that we were going to get a divorce. We sat down, had a meal together, filled out our divorce papers, because there's a lot of things we realized in that moment. You see what I mean? We both had partners at the time. Remember, I opened my marriage when I was in my Saturn return. So we mutually agreed. We did our own divorce, okay? And we mutually agreed on everything. And yeah, I was temporarily living in my home, preparing to make the move from Texas to Florida, okay? And this was in May of 2015. I didn't actually move until, I believe it was September of 2015. I didn't actually get to Florida until then. And when I did leave my 5-bedroom house, I only left with what fit in my Mazda 5. I didn't take any furniture. I didn't move anything. I completely started my life over. Literally. Okay? Yeah. So in September, I got to Florida. I had a massage therapy office there, and I was stepping into my spiritual purpose. So I was thinking, you know, I'm going to have my massage therapy, I'm going to do Reiki, and I'm going to do readings on YouTube. That was the plan. So the period of time that I just covered is the Ketu Mahadasha, Ketu Antardasha. Remember, the Antardasha is the sub period. So it was Ketu. Okay, that was the energy ruling at that time. From May to October of 2015. Now that it's October 2015, I've already moved into my apartment in Florida, and I'm already at my office practicing massage therapy, right? This is the Ketu Venus period of time. So it's the Ketu Mahadasha, Venus Antardasha, okay? So it's October 2015. I broke up with my partner from my open marriage. Hence, Ketu Venus, right? Ketu wants, and this is what I didn't tell y'all. Ketu wants to separate you from anything material, any kind of attachment. It wants you to go toward spirituality at all costs. In any kind of way it can make you. It will take everything from you. When I moved to Florida, I didn't just lose my family and my home, but I moved away from my other family too. My mom, cousins, everybody's in Texas. I literally had a pilgrimage, okay, and started my whole life over. So he had to go. The boyfriend had to go too. So now it's October and I'm in Florida and I'm really by myself now. And this is where all the crying and the, what do you want me to do? It's just me and God at this point. And that's also the period of time where I started automatic writing. This is when I started learning how to channel, because it wasn't nothing but me and my spirit guides. I had my teenage son at the time, and he was trying to get over on me doing what teenagers do. And he didn't think I was going to send him back to Texas, but I did. So I was truly by myself. I sent him back to Texas. He wasn't in Florida very long at all. One second. So for the remainder of my Ketu Venus period that started in October, I was by myself. Learning a lot of spiritual stuff, continuing to build my YouTube channel. I found a church, CCOT. Shout out to the Cosmic Church of Truth. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. I found a spiritual church. It was metaphysical. Like, everybody there has different beliefs, and we come together and we learn from each other. And it's amazing. I still go, even though I'm in Orlando right now. I go whenever I'm in Jacksonville. But yeah, I found CCOT, so, I really got into more of my spiritual practice, but I was still holding on to massage therapy during my Ketu Venus period. But in the very beginning of that period, I was having such difficulty getting licensed in Florida. I was thinking, maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this either. Maybe this was supposed to go with my marriage, because that happened right when I met him. I said, maybe this career was supposed to go with that 10-year cycle that has ended. But I ain't listened to myself. And yeah, I'm going to tell you what happened next. I spent quite a bit of time trying to market my massage therapy practice, and also have that spiritual aspect to my business as well. I got scammed by a marketing company, and all of the promotions and things that I did during that time, it cost a lot of money. I lost a lot of money, and finally, during my Ketu Sun period that started December 2016, there was some light shed on the situation, and I realized I should have listened to myself the first time when I felt like I was supposed to let massage therapy go. When Spirit wanted me to spiritualize my life, my practice, my business, that's what they meant. I had to let go of everything, right? So after I already attained my license for Florida, I was licensed in Florida and Texas. After I did all of that fighting and attained it, I let it go. So that's what happened starting in December 2016, I realized that I was not supposed to be doing massage therapy anymore. Then after that, I believe that's when I started my meetup group, Eccentric Spirituality, and that was doing pretty good. But at the same time, I was struggling because I wasn't really bringing in too much income. All I had was my base income from, other things. Y'all need to know all my business. Anyway, now I'm a veteran, so that's all I had was that income. So all I could do was pay my bills. Everything else, as far as groceries and gas in my car, solely relied on Eccentric. And it's pretty much still that way now. Remember, I got 4 kids. 4. Okay? So during the Ketu Sun period, I let go of massage therapy, right? But guess what else happened? Because it takes a while. You know how it is when you get in a divorce. I got my final divorce papers, and to my surprise, I was court ordered to pay $800 in child support every month. And I was thinking to myself, well, I left the house and I left everything. Like, why do I need to pay child support? But, I was like, okay, fine, whatever, whatever. We had our agreement outside of the paperwork. It still makes me nervous to this day, but so far we're doing good outside of the paperwork. He doesn't expect me to pay child support, and he sees that I am trying. I pick my kids up every summer and every Christmas holiday because those are the longest holidays. I was driving for a while. I was driving from Florida to Mississippi, and they were meeting me halfway. And then I got to the point to where I was actually able to pay for flights for the boys to come and see me. So there's a schedule that we have, and they've been very supportive. He is still with his partner. They're about to get married, actually. Yeah. Saturn return. Ketu Mahadasha. Spirit moved in the most obvious way in my life because I literally introduced my ex-husband to his wife. I brought her home, literally. Broken mirror, 7 years, bad luck, yada yada, all of these things, right? I mean, I want y'all to really feel me when I say that I'm like tripping about learning what I'm going through right now, okay? So yeah, they're about to get married. Kudos to them. They're doing a great job helping me raise my 2 little ones. Thank God that I don't have all 4 of my kids in this 2-bedroom apartment because I can't. It takes a village. So I appreciate them. That's my disclaimer. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so after all of that, I let go of massage therapy, started my meetup, was still doing my YouTube channel, okay? And I'm just in Jacksonville, comfortable, having faith, thinking, okay, now I'm doing what Spirit wants me to do. Now I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm going to have faith, and this is going to, become successful in some kind of way, and I'm going to be okay. While my friends were helping me get groceries, right? Here comes the Ketu moon period of time that started in, I can't even read my own dang writing, April of 2017. I promise y'all, I had a meditation during this Ketu moon period of time. I had a meditation. I was so frustrated with YouTube. And it wasn't about followers or anything like that. It was about the amount of time it took behind the computer, editing and that part. I'm like, how am I supposed to actually do my spiritual work when I'm doing everything else? I'm promoting, editing, all of it. It was just too much. So guess what Josie did? Josie deleted her YouTube channel that she started way back in 2015 And she deleted it. Like, I didn't just delete the channel, like all of the content. Everything was gone. And I felt great about it. I felt like I was free. I had a little party and everything. You know, I was just like, this is not for me. You know, that's not what I'm supposed to be doing either. I'm just releasing everything. Honestly, at this point, I should have recognized that I just wasn't in control. And my plan just, what plan? You know? It's kind of like being a toddler, constantly being redirected. Don't touch that. Don't do that. And, you know, I'm learning, right? So, yeah, during my Ketu moon period of time, I shut down my YouTube channel, right? I don't remember much else during that period of time. Besides, you know, still doing the social media and still doing the meetup group. I actually attempted my first eccentric event. It was beautiful. I had it catered with vegan food. We had a fire pit. We did a Qigong class. You know, I learned Qigong somewhere along the way during all of this. The thing is, I probably had 12 people. So, like, it didn't even out at all. So, yeah. And that was during the Ketu moon period of time, right? So we're moving over to the Ketu Mars period of time, which started in November of 2017, okay? During that period of time, I felt called to wear white, and I felt called to be abstinent for some odd reason. Mind you, my period of time, after I broke up with this person in 2015, I wasn't trying to date nobody. And anybody that came around was just like, ew. It's easy to be abstinent in Jacksonville, just so you know. Anyway, during the Ketu Mars period of time, I just felt finally comfortable being single because I had to learn how to be single, literally. And I just felt like I should be abstinent, and there was just a lot of spiritual energy during that time, right? And this started in November. During this period of time, at some point, like after November, I started up the YouTube channel again. Okay? Somewhere in this period of time. I decided that in that January that I should actually do something for my birthday because I hardly ever do anything for my birthday. So I took a trip. I took a trip to Georgia. But during that time, my son had a fallout with the people he was living with. He was grown now. He's 18, 19 in December of that time. So he was 19. And I thought to myself, you know what? He just needs a break. He just needs to come visit and have this period of healing, have a reset, and then he can go back because he didn't want to be in Florida. That's what I understood, you know. So I'm like, just come and reset. You know, that's what I was thinking. So he caught the bus to Georgia and rode back with me to Jacksonville. In my mind, I was thinking, hold on one second. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, he's just going to come, heal, reset, and then go back to San Antonio. That's what I was thinking. Well, one day, I was just in my room, and he comes and hands me the phone with this lady on it, and she's talking to me about him going to school. I didn't even know he wanted to go to school. I didn't even know he was going to attempt that again. You know, we had decided because we couldn't pay for it and he didn't get my benefits that just wasn't going to happen. And then I was introduced to the Parent Plus loan. And I said, you know what? I don't know what astrological event was happening. But I was like, let's roll the dice. Well, we rolled the dice and he got in. Because that was the only thing keeping us from getting in was the finance. So it was kind of like a whoa, because during that time, I was living in Jacksonville and there's no on-campus housing at Full Sail. So I was like, well, damn, I'm going to have to move. And this was like sometime in February. So we started searching for a place here in Winter Park. We were searching for a while. I had already put in my notice and everything. And we still hadn't found a place by the time he needed to be here in person. So I moved out of my apartment, put my stuff in storage, and was in an Airbnb while I was here to make sure that he got to school. Nothing was going to get in the way of him going to school, right? And then 3 days in, while we were here at the Airbnb, I finally got this apartment. Man, right? So then the movers had to bring my stuff from Jacksonville here. Let me just say that was a lot of money. Okay? Miracles. Okay? I'm not going to deny all the miracles that have happened during this Ketu Mahadasha, because that's what I've been living off of. Y'all don't understand. I'm very resourceful. So yeah. At that time, I was like, wow, things are looking up. This is great. You know, we got a plan. My kids in college, blah, blah, blah. Well, that was the Ketu Mars Mahadasha. You know, he's in college. We moved. I had already started the YouTube channel up again. Feeling good. Feeling like I have some kind of new stability, new start, right? That Mars Mahadasha started in November of 2017. But the Ketu Rahu Mahadasha, the Ketu Rahu period of time started in April of 2018. So this was kind of like a merging period from the end of 2017 to the beginning of 2018. So from November 2017 to May was that transition period of us moving from Jacksonville to here. So I get here, I done moved to Orlando. I'm here now. I said, oh, I'm going to start a meetup here. Well, I started it, but I realized I don't like where I am. And I don't want to connect to anybody here. My meetup didn't last long here at all. I could not do the same thing that I was doing in Jacksonville here in Orlando. Winter Park and Orlando are like interchangeable, basically. But yeah. So I was here, and you know, the good part about this period was the college kids coming and talking with me about aliens and spirituality and things like that. You know, that's the great part. Over the last couple of years, during all of the stuff I just explained, I kept getting hints about Africa, meeting people who were in African spirituality, but I was never into it, right? When I got here and I moved into this apartment and I started my meetup, a person that was visiting from Africa came to learn Qigong from me. The only person that actually ever showed up when my meetup was active. I learned a lot during a whole month period of time before that person went back. And that's what sparked and brought everything together. I said, this is why I keep running into people and there's this African theme. So if y'all want to know where all of that is coming from, it's coming from that synchronistic meeting, okay? And all of the 3 other synchronistic meetings from before that one. But this one I actually learned some things. And when you go into a Ketu Rahu period of time, Rahu wants things, like uncontrollably desires things. And Ketu is kind of like the 12th house in a way, where it's about foreign everything. It's foreign. So I have this insatiable desire for everything foreign and travel and things like that. Like, I want to travel, and I just anything that is not here. Okay, that's what's happening right now. during this period of my Ketu Mahadasha. It's my Ketu Rahu period, right? But Rahu is like out of control. There's this struggle between the past and where I'm trying to go. Okay? Ketu and Rahu are the north and south nodes in Western astrology. So right now, everything that I'm trying to do is not happening according to my plan. I just realized this at 4 a.m. this morning. That this is why my little GoFundMe didn't work out. All my little plans that I had just was not working. Everything that I try to force right now is just not happening. And it's because of this period of time that started in April. Okay? So, my kid failed out of school. He's not even here no more. I'm here. But he in West Palm Beach right now, working at a studio. Everything is like all over the place. And I'm just like, okay. After a couple of weeks of trying to figure out why everything was just jacked, last night or this morning, because the lines are blurred right now, I finally decided to look back at my Ketu Mahadasha to find out what's really going on right now. This is the midpoint of the whole 7-year period. This is supposedly the worst part of the Ketu Mahadasha that I'm in right now. And that's why things are like this. So if you're wondering what's happening to Eccentric, it's going bye-bye. Now all you get is me. Because I need simplicity in my life. It's too much happening, and there's too much of what I don't know going on. I am not in control right now. I mean, generally, we're not in control. The universe does its thing. But sometimes we have, the universe, God allows us to have some kind of plan to make us feel important. Right now, what I'm going through right now, nada. I'm like a kid on punishment that has to be told when they can go to the restroom, when they can eat, everything. Like, that's how it is right now. So my kid failed out of school. That didn't go as planned. I'm getting rid of Eccentric. Eccentric is changing. That didn't go as planned, right? And then I'm all into traveling and foreign stuff, but I can't seem to attain it. I can't seem to actually have it. It's just a desire. There go that Rahu right there. So that is my journey from the very beginning of this Mahadasha to right now. And I promise you, as soon as I looked back at my Ketu Mahadasha a few hours ago, I felt better. I literally felt better because I understood what was going on. And it actually gave me permission to let go. We're always talking about let go, let go, let go. But when you don't understand why and you don't understand what's going on, it's real hard to let go. But now I'm at peace with what's happening. You see what I mean? And now I know that I'm supposed to just kind of work with whatever's in front of me. That's how I want to say it. I don't even want to say go with the flow, because even going with the flow, you got some kind of control. No, this is a what is in front of you situation. My next period of time is coming up in April of 2019, and that's the Ketu Jupiter period of time. So between now and April 2019, y'all just bear with me, please, because it's crazy. It's real crazy. And when you go through a Ketu Mahadasha during this part of your life, I'm 35 years old. When you go through a Ketu Mahadasha during this part of your life, you're meant to do something big, something great. You don't just go through this. I'm not going to even remotely believe that I just went through a Saturn return right into a Ketu Mahadasha for me to be average. That ain't happening. Not after all of this. Ketu wants you to get acquainted with your spiritual self. This is an accelerated spiritual awakening for real. Like, Ketu wants you to change the way you see material things, change the way you see relationships, get that healthy detachment and understand everything dies. There's cycles. Nothing is going to stay concrete. So just enjoy it, but be able to release it when it's time to release it. And that's the lessons that Ketu wants you to learn, you know. My goodness, you know, just that's what's happening with me right now. And if you want to find out if that's why your life is a damn train wreck, hit me up. You gotta know what time you was born so I could look at your chart and find out if you're going through a Ketu Mahadasha. Kids can go through it. Older people can go through it. But you know, when you're a kid, you don't have adult responsibilities. And when you're a senior, like, you know, I'm talking about 60 and older, most of the time you don't have to work, but you know, the way things are these days, right? So I'm majorly focused on the people that are in the middle of life. I want to help you out so you can understand and not make it worse than what it already is, okay? So, yeah, that's my story. And that's where I am right now. So, thank you so much for watching. Please share this with whoever you think might benefit. Please like, share, subscribe. Because y'all are feeding me, literally. Thank you.